So Olive and I have been scoping out the area. There's a lot of spaces where there were so many campers that we just didn't bother to go back in. But they're almost all open right now. There's just a few rigs in this whole big place. And I think we might have found our new spot. Aja and Terry and Scott are supposed to be here almost another week. It's going to take them, or about a week or so. And I'm not even totally sure that they're coming, but I love it here, so I don't want to leave right now. I could go and get groceries and stuff, but I think I have enough water. Oh, I know I have enough water. And I have enough food to survive. It's just, cleaning out the dry goods, which is good to do once in a while. Looks like I'll be having some canned soup and tuna fish, but that's okay. And yeah, so we're gonna move over here, and we're gonna have a private beach, although we kind of do now, but this one's more private, and more shade because warmer temperatures are coming, and in my spot now I have almost no shade whatsoever. So yeah, I'm not gonna move tonight though. Sun's set, or yeah, pretty much set, even though in the screen here it looks like the sun is still up, but the sun is set, and we're gonna come over tomorrow. So big moving day tomorrow. This is our new spot. This is the one I was excited about. The only sounds I hear are a boat in the distance that won't stop, but the waves, that's all I hear. And there's Olive exploring the rocks. Olive, come here. Good girl, come. She likes it, and I like it because it's kind of like it pens her in a bit, because she could climb over all those rocks, but she probably won't. And then, not that she's trying to get away, and then this is our private beach. It's a little bit of sand right at the water, but it's mostly rock, but it's these flat rocks that skip really well, so that's pretty fun. Across the water, there's the town of Manila, Utah. Far away. You can see the lights at night, but it's not too close. And then there are snow-covered mountains. Less snow than when we got here, but still beautiful. And the water here is it's much cleaner than the other side because it's deeper, and there's almost always waves over here, tiny waves. And it's it's cleaner. So my other spot, it was down this way quite a ways, and then it's like a bay off of that. So the water wasn't nearly as fresh, not as clean. You could see cow poop and large bird poop and things all over the shore. So I know the bacteria levels are a little higher than I'd like them to be. So I will feel safer and happier to bathe in this. Because for one, I only have to go about maybe 10 feet out and be able to submerge. Whereas the other one, I'd have to go like 30 feet out. But it's colder here. That's okay. And that's our spot. It's a nice spot. There's these are pretty much the biggest trees you can find around these parts. The ones that are growing by the water are the largest. So that will give me some shade. I'll have some shade in the morning and some shade in the afternoon, so that's good. And only concern here is that I think this is a bit of a party spot, probably locals, people who come just for the weekend maybe, because there was a lot of broken glass up here around the fire pit. I cleaned up a lot of it already. I'll continue doing that. That's one of my pet peeves, is broken glass, and so I gather it up. But that tells me that people probably party here, which is okay if they're respectful, I don't mind a party if it doesn't go all night long, unless I'm having fun with them. That's okay. No, I'm just kidding. Those days are in the past, I think. But I think people normally park right up here and maybe right over here. And like I said, I don't mind sharing. This is not my place. I can't own this whole beach, but I just hope people are respectful. And I am so happy about this spot. I can't tell you. I can breathe. The other spot was nice too, but I had neighbors on both sides. There were like at least 3 generators right around me. One of them was really loud. And that's just what you have to deal with sometimes. But you can always pick up and move, which I did. And look how lucky I got. Olive, over here. Come on. Too far. Come on. She is an explorer. She really is. She has, well, I would say she has no fear, but she has lots of fears. But right now she's feeling pretty daring. Don't eat seaweed, Olive. And she feels very daring with this water too. Look, she's swimming. Because this water, she's going out to get something. Olive, hey, come on. She's a crazy dog. What do you want out there? Cut it out. Oh, it's like a stick hanging out of the water, sticking out of the water. She wants to get the stick. You're crazy. Olive, there's sticks on the beach. Why don't you just get those? Yeah, it's one of these tree things, and it's just sticking out of the water a little bit, and she wants to go get it. You gonna roll? Hmm? So being here at the Flaming Gorge, I'm really happy and I feel really good. I can't get over this view. At times I look over and I think I'm in Hawaii, and then I see the snow-capped mountains, and then I don't know where I am. But it's a wonderful, wonderful place, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for this right here, right now. What are you doing? Hmm? So I was going to test out the water, see how cold it is, because I have a feeling it's quite cold. Well, it's not so bad. Colder than the other spot, for sure. But look at how clean it is. Olive, what's this? Olive, what's this? Come here. Oh, no. Why are you so crazy? So a guy just came up to my van, and he was very nice. He asked if he could park his family's camper over here somewhere. He doesn't plan to be here for the next few days. They live close by, and he just wants a spot for the weekend. And the weekend's not for 3 or 4 more days, something like that. And I said it was just fine unless he planned to have some loud parties until the wee hours of the morning. And he said absolutely not. They went back to get their camper. I still have all of that down there. Yesterday, I was telling you that a guy stopped by, a really nice guy, asked if I minded if he came and parked his camper here to save a spot for him and his family. Right around sunset, he came back with his wife and kid, and Olive and I always go for a walk right around sunset because the temperatures go down, and it's just pretty time to walk. So we went for a nice long walk, but I could hear from pretty far away, because we walked probably 2 miles that way and 2 miles back. But I could hear the engine revving and revving and revving, and I thought, uh-oh, something's going wrong. So initially he wasn't going to park right here, although I told him it was just fine. It wasn't too close, but he decided that he wanted to go put it down closer to the water. And so he had planned to park right over here on the other side of these trees. But he got stuck. And you can see where he got stuck right there. And so when I got back from my walk, I came down and they were just sitting here looking very defeated. And I asked them if everything was okay. And they said that they just cut the wheel a little too hard and got a little too close to the water. And they weren't in the water, but they were literally, the tires were a few inches from the water. And this is all rock. And it's just a little too soft when you get down that close to the water. Up here, it's not too bad. It's pretty packed in. And, you know, with a truck, usually you're fine. But that's a big fifth wheel camper. And it's got to weigh a lot, I would imagine. They told me that they were going to wait for a friend to come and help them. And so we chatted for a while. And I said, you know, I don't mind if, because it was already pretty much dark. And I told them I didn't mind if they just left it there and dealt with it today or whenever, because this is not like the ocean here. The water doesn't go up and down within hours. It takes days for the water to kind of, you know, when they close up the dam a bit, the water starts filling up, but that takes a long time. So they would have been okay to leave it, and they said that they would. So they left, and I assumed they were going to come back, which was fine. Because by that time it was dark, and but right around 11 o'clock at night, which I was not sleeping, but I was, you know, resting, relaxing, getting ready to sleep, they came in here, and all I heard was beeping and engines. It was loud, and lots of diesel fumes, and they had a bobcat, and basically they had to dig out all of the rock here to get this thing out. And that's what I'm kind of taken back by, is that they just destroyed the beach here. I mean, not that it can't go back to normal, because it's just all this rock has to be pushed, you know, leveled back out. But this idyllic little cove that I was so happy to find is now kind of destroyed, you know. Like Olive, she could probably still run on this, I guess, but yeah, I'm just a little upset. We got like 12 hours here to really enjoy this, and now, like, I can't even walk on this with my flip-flops, you know, because it's crazy, you know. And they had to do what they had to do, I get it, but they should have done this in the daylight this morning, and then they could have taken that bobcat and kind of, you know, smashed all this back down a bit. Because, yeah, I don't know if it comes across so well in here, but they really, really dug it up, and yeah, it's like the whole beach, basically. Maybe we'll leave before the weekend, because it does get a little busy, crazy around here on the weekend. But I hate to leave it. It's such a beautiful place. But maybe it's time to move on. You know, I didn't realize it at first, they ruined the love rocks. They ruined my love. This is crazy walking on this. It's like the deepest ruts. It's even worse over here. Yeah, my love rock was right around here somewhere. That might have been it. I could have broken the rock in half. Who knows? Ugh.